Welcome back to my channel. Recently, with Forsaken, we got a ton of sneak peeks. And today, I plan to go over them to update you on what's going on. As always, be sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, and without wasting your time, let's just get into it. The first sneak peek we're going to cover is a little old. Before the wave of sneak peeks that I'm going to go over today, we got leaked an emote. What is this a reference to? I'm not entirely sure, but if you do know, do let me know down in the comments. Now with that boring part out of the way, let's get into the fun part. We were leaked a ton of new milestone skins, some even remastered, specifically for the killers. Cool Kid will finally have his milestones. It's unknown if his milestones will appear next update, but we are to assume that they will. The first image we have is of Cool Kid's milestone 4 render, where it is kind of showing half of him. We can see that he has some special effects coming off of his arm, as well as we can see a little cool GUI band on his arm from what we can see. It also kind of looked like John Doe's corrupt energy is kind of on Cool Kid here on his little arm, but that could just be speculation. We see this horn on Cool Kid, which matches up with the concept art that we got a while back of the milestone skins, him having a more demonic looking milestone. We can also see that instead of his traditional black eyes, we can see white lined eyes, which I think is a really cool change. In the next image, we have the text "Join today" going over 3 times with Cool Kid, what we assume is milestone 1. We can assume this because Soul made a sneak peek ping including the message 1. From what we can see, it might just be the render, but the sword is slightly brighter. We also see the reoccurring demon horns, but we also get to see a demon tail behind Cool Kid as well. Finally, we get the render for Milestone 4 Cool Kid, which looks absolutely phenomenal. We can see little red lines coming out of Cool Kid leading to cool GUI screens that can usually be seen with 007 whenever using his teleport. We can also see in the background Cool Kid cultist skins, assuming that that will probably be his minion spawn. We also get a way better look at the visual effects, as well as the armbands, which we can see that are on both of his arms. We can also see on his legs that there is slight cracking. I have no idea what this could mean, however. If we look closely, we can also see that Cool Kid is holding a new weapon, what looks like a scythe or sickle. Next up, we have a completely different turn with a new cutscene for a certain Jason skin, that being Kevin. Soul stated out with the message, "I'll figure out how to add this to the game as an intro, just give me a few years." To be honest, did we expect that? Probably. This next sneak peek was actually developed in a developer stream yesterday. This shows the mafioso's old intro cutscene, as Andrew later stated that they would change it because they didn't like it. Andrew also teased something that we already saw about Noli millions of times, is his walk cycle, but I'm not gonna lie, he kinda looks badass, so I'm gonna play the video right now. Another thing that was also shown in the developer stream was that we are getting a Gubby skin for Elliot. If you're unaware what Gubby is kind of a joke in the Forsaken server, but is also present for some reason in Eye of a Face LOL's recent episode of the ARG. Yeah. This skin has 7 colors and 7 popsicles it can change to each round, which means that we will be getting another kind of cashier thing where he has a ton of loot pools that he can kind of throw out to the player. Our second last sneak peek was talked about a lot of times in yesterday's developer stream. 1X is getting remastered milestone skins. I am very happy for this change because recently I'm just starting to play 1x, and it will be even more worth it to grind for the milestone skins, knowing that there is a new reward now. The current 1x milestone skins are not very noticeable whatsoever, and are, to be fair, quite bland. From what we can see here, we can see that his crown has more visual effects, and his eye is a lot more brighter. We also see some random string of red coming off of him. I do not know what this could mean, however. We also see that 1x appears to be wearing some sort of coat. I'm very excited for these milestone skins just by this one teaser. Finally, although very vague, I am able to tell what this is. John Doe is also getting remastered milestone skins, and we can tell because of the arm that is shown in the image. From what we can see, John Doe looks a little more burnt. It also appears that he has a stronger visual effect, as we can see kind of behind his arm. However, I do not know what else could be in store for these new milestones. Now, some unannounced developer logs. Jason's Milestone 4 is getting remastered, and we already have the full audio clip recorded exclusively from the dev stream. In fact, it is probably playing right now. We also got a little more of the Last Man Standing song. Although it is interrupted by the developers talking, you are able to make out a little bit more of the song than we were teased.
Okay, thank you.
Lastly, Jason is getting a win animation. I am personally hyped for this because I was always wondering why Jason never had one despite being the free killer. I'm very excited what they do with Jason here. From what I could see from, I'm not entirely sure if I have a clip or not, but I probably showed you already. Soul described it as there's going to be a close-up of his feet and then it goes up to look at him. However, at the time, the cutscene had broke, so we were not able to see what it looked like, unfortunately. That's all the news I got for you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, as it really helps out. And I'll see you in the next video, or not. Depends if you click my videos.